Hi, I'm Bernadette Miracle. I go by B. Black, they, and she are my identifiers, and I am the new ED for the Community Center for Education Results, which is the backbone organization for the Roadmap Project located in South King County, just south of Seattle. I think that the Community Center for Education Results is ready to do this work and participate in the Nexus program because of a couple of things. The first and foremost is, hi, I'm here. Our organization was founded by a cis-normative, heteronormative white woman, ED, who was well connected in the region to resources like legislatures and funders, and she did an exceptional job of getting us the resources we needed to be in the community. However, I was in the community at the time the organization was established as well, but I was situated at Highline Public Schools as at the time, their director for equity. It goes without saying that here in the Pacific Northwest in particular, there are a lot of very well-intentioned people in our community who see the needs and the disparities between the haves and the have-nots here and feel really compelled to act, and we need all of those players to be a part of our work. What hasn't been the reality in this region is a trust in Black leadership, and certainly a trust in community knowing what their needs are. So our organization is well positioned at this time to join the Nexus program as a support for myself as the new executive director, and particularly as we do the work of unhooking from white saviorism complexes and from white privilege and white superiority, and that played itself out really explicitly in my 3-month transition before we had to stay home for COVID into my role. At that time, we were looking for a senior director of impact, which had failed to search before, with a person of color who was going to come into the role, a Black woman who was going to come into the role, who chose not to come into the role because of the previous founders' approach to executive directing the organization. Long story short, that position got reshuffled as I was coming into transition, and I fought hard for us to have a senior director of strategy for racial equity impact. Not just impact, but racial equity. We're an organization that has started to put ourselves in a space of anti-racist work, and we actually have a really diverse staff who never got to really experience what their own potential and leadership was under a white founding leader who led the organization in a way that left many feeling crushed in spirit and in ability to go out and do the work in the community. Long story short, between myself and my new senior director of strategy for racial equity impact, who is the other fellow who will be applying to this program, we are both new in our roles, but absolutely not new to this work. And so having a more national support system where it can be hard to patch into the Black support, particularly in our region, would be something that would be really incredibly awesome for our organization. On a broader organizational scale, as we have really diverse folks who are looking to really operationalize what our anti-racist stances and ideals mean, we've done a lot of work, a lot of it painful, around racial justice and racial reconciliation work. And because we are now in a space where we are seeking to lead with race and center community, we're ready to do this work.